Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tirra-Omilade, here to share a word of inspiration with you all on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. I love helping people align with their life purpose so that they live confidently and courageously the amazing lives that they know they deserve. And it's all through using ancient wisdom and ancient technology. We modern day people need help too. How y'all doing out there for the FRIYAY live stream? So excited to be here this evening. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you're here. I am so excited about what we're talking about tonight, which I'm going to begin to talk about. Hey, y'all, you know what? We really need to be tying up the loose ends because we're moving forward, leaving Leo, going into Virgo. But guess what's getting ready to happen during Virgo? Mars retrograde. Wow. We're getting ready to take 2020 out with a bang. So I'm telling y'all, this is probably some of the most pivotal energy because it's all within our power and our control. So, yeah, I really encourage y'all to take heed and begin to plan accordingly. And also, I want to talk a little bit more about foundational wisdom. Hello, how's everybody doing? I see Miscellaneous AB. I see the goddess Laura, who just had a birthday. Happy birthday to you. So excited to see those of you from the Goddess Body Mind Spirit community always showing up strongly like the goddesses that we are. I do want to let y'all know you are going to start hearing my messaging pivot a little bit. I've been a little bit apprehensive. I'm a softie, but probably 99% of the people who request readings from me and actually make the purchase, a lot of people ask, but the ones that actually purchase, um, they're women. And yeah, the women who are, or every member of my inner circle, woman. Yes, the goddesses, they are the ones that really and truly are like taking the bites. And so I'm going to begin to what I call niche down and just really begin to focus on issues that are pertinent to women. I just feel like it's so important for me to niche down so that I actually can begin to use verbiage that I avoid when I'm in, a co-ed group or, however the group looks, because I know not everybody subscribes to, the two genders that we've known about for so long. But whatever the group looks like, um, I am going to begin to pivot more, even though I'm still all about Afro spirituality, but this goddess piece and helping women get super confident and strong in their giftedness. That's what I'm about right now. That's my destiny. I've always been like this. I got to give y'all a real quick funny story. When I first started teaching Zumba, my husband took my class and he took this other lady's class. And the other lady was like sort of, fitnessy, like, that was sort of like her strong suit. Even though she was a very feminine woman, she sort of was like doing Zumba dance, like fitness. And then he took my class and he was like, I'm never going to take your class again. It's too girly. So I'm okay with, I appeal to my sisters out there. I'm totally okay with it. And I'm letting y'all know right here, right now, we are getting ready to start working to heal our wombs and to operate from the power of our wombs. Bruvs, you can continue to listen. I honor you. Of course, I can always refer y'all to Awa Omitosin. You'll get something from what I'm doing because it applies to everybody, but my verbiage is getting ready to change. I'm just giving y'all fair warning. So I see other people are here. Oh my goddess, look at all of these beautiful goddesses. Hello, how is everybody doing? We got Alexandra. We have Ancestral Goddess Wisdom. We have the Iya Badua on. Wonderful. So let's just go on ahead and do just a little bit of ritual work as we start. That's one thing that I do like about the Goddess Path. Something that I have embraced is there's always some ritual work to do, but it's very meaningful. It's not rote. It's, channeled. And it's just the right medicine to help us be in the position of receptivity as well as, owning our power so that we can project it out there into the world. So here we are on a Friday. I don't know about you all. For me, the week is just one long week. I don't go to work, nothing. I don't have a really beginning and an end to my week, other than maybe, yeah, my son is back to homeschooling. Who's out there homeschooling? What's up, Jars of Life? Welcome, my sister. So, yeah, that might be like the beginning and end to my week now that we are starting our last year of homeschooling. I started homeschooling him in kindergarten, and he's a senior in high school now. So that's exciting. So let's go on ahead, though. Still, it's FRIYAY, y'all. Okay, it's Oshun's Day. So we need to go on ahead and, get ourselves into that flow and that good feeling so that we are open for what is this to come this evening. So let us all start with one of the most basic things that we can do to bring ourselves into alignment, and that is breath work. So if everybody, let's just start off with a deep cleansing breath. Take one long inhale, deep breath, hold it, and exhale. Let it go. How did that feel? Oh my gosh, I didn't even take a full breath and I feel better. Come on, y'all. Let's take another deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, release, and bring yourself more and more present in this now moment. Okay, you ready? Let's take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Feeling yourself soften down. The world makes us so tough, y'all. This is your time to chill and to relax and to do you, be you, embrace you. So what we're going to do is let's inhale for 4. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 1. Hold it. 4, 3, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. And then you hold that exhale out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 4, 2, 3. Let's take it in. Hold. 4, 2. Exhale. 4, 2, 3. And hold. 2, 3. One more. Inhale. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. So we are so grateful to be here this evening. Let us call in the energies. And I want you to feel empowered to know that I don't sit on a high and mighty throne and look down. I connect with every womb in this world, the womb to our ancestors, the womb to the divine feminine energies and the great divine mother, the great mother herself. And so all of us are empowered to invoke the energy of light that we will bring into our sacred spiritual work this evening. And so I call on the energies from the north, the south, the east, and the west that lead and guide and direct me. Call you into the middle of this circle, asking that you lead, guide, and direct us only in the way that is for our highest and our greatest good, and help us to tap the power within. Help us to know the truth of who and what we are so that we operate authentically from that place and express our wonderfulness into the world so that somebody in this world they're waiting for us. They're waiting for us to express it so that their life can become more aligned with their own destiny. And so I ask that you lead, guide, and direct us, that you help us to have the courage and the confidence to remove anything that is keeping us from living out our destiny. Remove anything that is keeping us from knowing the truth of who and what we are. Remove anything that prevents us from self-love and self-compassion. Whatever the energies that are in the wombs that are here this evening, I ask that you, if it's negative and and the wounds of our wombs is what I'm trying to say. I'm asking for healing. If we have any of our brothers on this evening, wherever they are wounded in their spirit, may they be healed. We call on the energy of Herakuti Ogun to surround us. We call on the energy of the great divine masculine to surround us and protect us while we do our work. We call on the energy of our ancestors of light. We give thanks for you, ancestors, that we can stand on your shoulders to even remember to do this work. And if there are any dark energies, any dark deceased energies hanging around us, you cannot stay. I send you on your way with light and love towards your healing. Ashe, Hatep, may it be so. All right, y'all ready? Hey, everybody. Welcome. All right, I see Ancestral Goddess Wisdom is homeschooling. Wonderful. And we got Ia Abagunde on. Wonderful. How are y'all feeling? Let us do this. Ready. Nice. Okay. So the other thing that I want to do really quickly is I want us to run our energy really quickly. So I do want you all to know that I have, for those who aren't there, some of y'all are already in my inner circle, but I actually have a member community. And I do this every Monday night with the member community. And so, feel free to join us. It's very intimate and just lovely. We actually get on every Monday night and we do this kind of work. And it's fun. And you are invited to join us. You can go to my website, goddessbodymindspirit.com. So I don't want y'all to think that, I want you to know you don't have to miss out. I'll say it that way. So what we're going to do this evening, everybody, is we're going to run our energy. So if you are comfortable with closing your eyes, close your eyes and just listen to the sound of my voice. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to see golden white light. And I want you to feel this golden white light surrounding you. You're going to start this light at the bottom of your feet. And you're going to run this energy up the front of your body, over the top of your head, down the back side of your body, and then back under your feet. And so you just keep running that energy, and it's washing your aura. You just keep running that energy, and it's washing your aura. Just keep running that energy, letting it purify you, letting it clear the energetic clutter that so many of us pick up through watching social media, watching TV, listening to all sorts of things, and just engaging into all sorts of things that we may not even be trying to pick up any. Keep going, y'all. Don't stop. We may not be trying to pick up any negative energy. But oh my gosh, just even going to the grocery store, being around other people, we may not realize we've picked something up. Now, once you bring it back over your head and down your body, I want you to hold it at the bottom of your feet. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to bring that up and around the side of your body. And it doesn't really matter what side you start on. If you want to pick a side, bring it up over the left, over your head, and then down the right under your feet. And you just keep running it. And it will look like an oval. Just keep running that energy. And I want you to feel really relaxed and really safe and nurtured. This is the energy of the universe, the healing energy. Just keep running it up and over the top of your head, down the side of your body. Just keep running it. It's that healing, cleansing energy of the universe. Now, this time when you bring it up and over, hold it down at the bottom of both feet. Now, I want you to see this energy. It's going to go through your feet, but as it comes up through your body, you have to see your chakras. And the chakras run along your spine, starting at your tailbone. They are energy centers. And you're going to bring this energy, not yet, but just listen, just hold it there at the bottom of your feet. You're going to bring this energy up through your legs, through your spinal column. So it doesn't even matter if you really know what the chakras look like or not. Just bring the energy. When you hear me talking about bringing it up your spine, if you know what the chakras are, bring it through your chakras, okay? Now you get to decide how quickly or slowly this energy moves. So, are you ready? Take a deep breath. Because once we get this energy up through the top and it comes out of our head, it's going to shoot out like a shower and land all around us, creating an energetic field of protection. Okay. So the energy is at the bottom of your feet. Are you ready? Inhale. Now, I want you to bring the energy through both legs. Bring it up both legs and have it meet at your tailbone. Now, bring the energy up through each chakra, infusing each chakra, infusing your spinal column. Bring it up, up, up through the root, through the sacral, through the solar plexus, heart, throat. Bring it through your brow chakra. Now bring it up through your crown chakra and let the energy shoot out. And it's like fireworks. And as it lands down, you have an energetic field of protection around you to help keep your energy clear, to help make sure that you're open to receive intuition, intuitive thoughts, wisdom from the universe. See, that's what we women need. We need to be connected to our higher selves, to our gut. We crave knowing that we can trust ourselves. And so much has happened in our lives that has perhaps blocked that, right? And so when we do this kind of work, we help to pave the way to help clear and cleanse this energy. If any men are watching, please, for real, do this work with us. We need you to do this. Okay, how are y'all feeling? Let me know. Okay, so what we're going to talk about this evening, I don't know if you all saw the picture of me as a little girl. I may not have posted it on YouTube. I'm a little shy. I know I don't seem shy, but I'm shy, y'all. So I may not have posted it on my YouTube community tab, but I did post it on my Instagram. And one of the things that I am thinking about as we close Leo season down, is anybody out there sad about Leo season ending? Y'all let me know. I'm a little sad about Leo season ending. And so, Leo has to do with children. And so I just encourage you, tomorrow the energy shifts fully into Virgo. Mercury is already in Virgo and the sun moves into Virgo tomorrow. So, the energy shifts. And so yes, it's been transformative for me too, Iya Abagunde. And so what is so important during Leo, even if it's just the moon that we're talking about, is working with children, but definitely your own inner girl. That inner girl controls so much. I remember when I was going through my initiation into the goddess tradition, and that's when I realized my little girl was raging mad. Like, she was like, you don't listen to me. I'm not heard. And quite frankly, I'm going to ruin your life if you don't start listening. Because she was so fearful and had so many coping mechanisms that I was expressing as an adult. And so I was like, you know what? I really and truly need to get in touch with this little girl, because when you get in touch with your inner child, what ends up happening is that is the magic within you. That is the part of you that allows you to believe, that allows you to be open to receive. See, the fifth house, which is the house that is ruled by Leo. And if any of you have, now look, inner circle members, do not buy the Leo course. It's in the Goddess Body Mind Spirit Academy already. But in that class, I talk about the fifth house quite a bit. I know it probably seems like I just went on way too much, but it's because the fifth house is all about our creative faculty. And the fifth house also shows you what you're gifted in. You got a pissed off little kid inside of you. you have a little kid inside of you that is wounded and scared, you may not be able to access your gifts and your talents, right? So during this time, it is so important to make sure we're in touch with our inner child and to see, okay, is my inner child happy? And you'll know if how your inner child is doing because you're able to go and play. You're able to go and do some fun things. You're able to believe in magic. You're able to believe in, think about the little kids and how they are just so imaginative and they don't let anything stop them. Like, you can try to tell them that didn't happen. And they're like, yes, it did, because it's their own creative story, right? And so this is something that we really want to be thinking about. What story did my inner girl come up with, my inner guy come up with, my inner boy come up with? What story do they have? And is it helping me where I am right now? That's something I want us to begin to think about, to begin to look at what is the story of my inner child. Because what we have to do is we have to be the adult for our inner child. And something I want you to do, a practice that I want you to begin to embrace. And this is something I didn't even realize I was doing, but I was in a coaching session. It's group coaching, actually. And they noticed when I was talking to my I call her Negative Nancy, my ego self that's always trying to stop me and like, stay safe, don't do anything new. Be just, oh, if you try to do that, this might happen. They noticed that whenever I tried to talk to her, I would put my hands over my heart. I didn't even notice that. And one of the ladies in the group is a mindfulness coach. And so she was like, in mindfulness, this is called self-compassion, and it's a way to self-nurture. And so when you begin to feel that inner child that's like, well, you remember what happened to us when we were kids, and this happened and that happened, and you remember what they said about us. And one story I love to share, and I call it my self curse. When I was 10, I was the girl that was like, we don't like you because you always doing the right thing and all the adults like you, and you're just so goody goody. That's what I was called. And it seems like it's a good thing to be goody goody, but when people say goody goody and they don't mean it good, they're pissed at you, they're mad at you because you're just choosing to do the right thing. Oh my gosh. And I was getting so much flack from other girls over that when I was 10, I remember the day as if it was yesterday. I said to myself, you know what? I don't like standing out, because when I stand out, it makes other people treat me meanly. And so I'm just going to be mediocre. And oh my God, I'm working to get her to reverse that curse because I have lived that out. And so a lot of times when I'm talking to her, I'm like, you know what, little Tyra, that's no longer acceptable. Standing out is okay. It's okay if you stand out, because you have to be authentically yourself. That's what I'm wanting to really drive home this evening. Authenticity is everything. Authenticity, say it with me, authenticity is everything. And so one of the ways that we can offer ourselves nurturance and compassion, I want you to try that. Take your hands and put them over your heart. You are a goddess. You choose which hand you'll put at the bottom and which one at top. There's no right or wrong. There's only your way, right? So you put your hands here and just feel how it, see how it feels. You may not even be thinking anything. It's literally a shift in our energy. And so that's what I'm starting to do. And that's what I encourage you to do for your inner girl, your inner boy, to put your hands on your heart and just say, it's okay. And I invite you to be who you are and to shine. And I'm listening to you because I know you're the one that's going to help me just really channel this great, wonderful, fun, creative energy that I have. And I encourage you to do some things with children to have fun. Having kids is one of the best things that I ever experienced. Let me see what y'all are talking about. Oh, I know. Yeah, some of us don't want Leo to leave. Wow. Yes. Very nice. It's in the Chula Green. The fifth house video is in the Leo masterclass, but I will help make sure you find it when I go back to the inner circle. Nice, feeling refreshed and energized. Nice, jars of life. Okay. Hello, Dizas, the songwriter, and Shakira. Yes, Shakira's here. Okay, so that's what we have to do, goddesses. We have to go on ahead and ignite our inner princess. That's what I love calling the young ladies. Maybe once they get about 24, 25, I might want to call them queen. You want them to start growing up, but younger than that, princess. They need to know they are precious. And so you have an inner princess. And for the men out there who watch this, you have an inner prince. You're royalty. This is what Leo reminds us of. We're royalty and special. When we think of that word, if you just think of the feeling of that word, prince and princess, it's so special, so special. And that's who and what you are. So that's something that we definitely want to do. And I think it's so important for us. This is what I really pushed in my inner circle, to focus on how precious you are, because as we begin to shift into this Virgo season, and I love Virgo. If you're a Virgo, I want to know, because the Virgos, they have it so hard. Let me not say the Virgos have it so hard. I just feel for my Virgos. I feel for my Virgos sometimes. It's not easy being a Virgo. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Diza. It's the mother speaking through me. We're connected, and they knew you needed to hear that. So I'm just a channel. I'm real clear about that. So that makes me feel good. So when we get into Virgo season, y'all, Virgo is taking that specialness and saying, how can I improve it? It's where we get a critical eye and we say, I know that I wrote this piece or created this dance or created this recipe or, put this on my website. Or whatever it is. I know I did that. And so now I want to look at it with a critical eye to see how can I make it better. That's what Virgo is known for. Virgo sees what's wrong to make it better. And Virgo is more about, okay, y'all, I know you special, but y'all, like, for real, we just need to get this done. Okay. If you ever have Virgos in your life, they're just about the business, right? How many of y'all have goals out there that you need to achieve, but you maybe haven't been doing everything you need to get done? This is your time. This is your time, because Virgo is mixed up with Mars being in Aries, and Mars going retrograde in Aries. And so these are things that we need to be thinking about as we move forward. 2020 has changed the game for everyone. It's changed the landscape. And so now is the time for us to realize that when we're working with Aries and Virgo, this is energy of action and putting your hands to work, taking action, moving, doing. Once the sun goes into Virgo, oh my God, it's going to be so much earth energy, y'all. It's about doing. It's no more about dreaming. And this is so important because everything has been ripped, from us during 2020. And so now is our time to take this year out by doing the work to get that thing done. Whatever it is your goal has been, it's no more dreaming. It's about getting the work done. Now, some of us need to know that some of the work we're going to need to be getting done is more internal. If you are a Leo, for instance, let me see here. Leo? No, not Leo. Libra. Libras may actually do more internal work as we take this year out. Tauruses may do quite a bit of internal work, and it's just because of where Virgo and Aries is for those signs. So it could be a lot of internal action that you need to take. So for instance, something that I've created for myself, because I'm a Taurus rising, Taurus moon, is I've created what I call mindset hygiene. My ritual life is changing in the morning time. I've had the same rituals for a long time. And because I realize it's time for things to change, I'm allowing my body and my mind and my spirit, my emotions to show me where to go. And it's mindset. And so I've created what I call mindset hygiene. So it might be something like that, which does require me to do. I've got to get up and do that mindset hygiene, even though I'm doing a lot of internal work. It's mindset hygiene. All right. So let me know, what are y'all working on? No problem, Queen Trina B. Glad you're here. Glad you are here. So something I want to take you through that I think is very important, because Mars is going to be burning a lot of stuff off, and Virgo is it's a very healing sign. Whether people think Virgo is healing or not, so many Virgos I do readings for, they always are trying to help people heal. It's a very healing sign. And so I want us to begin to think about how we are going to do some healing with our inner child so that we can move forward and get some stuff done. All right. Who's tired of saying, I'm going to do A, and then you don't do A, or you half but do A? Huh? Who's tired of that? This girl. Taking ownership of my projects and not letting overtake over, because it's easier. I love that, Chula. Very good. Nice. Very good. Working on completing my other certification courses I bought in June. This will be so good for that, Miscellaneous AB, because I know your astrology. This will be a very good time, because what, Uranus just went retrograde, and then Mars is going to go retrograde. It's about going back to what we started, and I'm in the exact same place as you, Miscellaneous AB. I'm like, woo, oh my gosh, there's so much that people are selling right now, but I'm like, no, I've got to finish what I started. So let's do that together, Miscellaneous AB. We'll be checking in on Mondays to see, how we're progressing. I'm working right now on the hypnosis and the NLP. All right, Shakira. Yes, y'all are tired of it. Yes. Okay. Deeza is working on her next book. Love it. Love it. This will be a great, very good time. I don't know your astrology, but wow, Mars in Aries, that will give you a lot of time to really have that passion to do that. So yeah, let's look at some limiting beliefs that our inner girl picked up. So I want you to, and I'm going to stop the banner. I want you to write down, what is one limiting behavior that is holding you back? So what is one limiting behavior? And I want you to be very specific about the behavior. You do this behavior and you're like, you know what? I really need to stop. So I think I've talked to y'all about this before. For me, it's gum chewing. I recently, because Mars is in my 6th house, a lot of what I'm working on has to do with health and wellness. And so when I do intermittent fasting, sometimes chewing gum helps me to, and it's, sugar-free gum, it helps me to not eat. But that sugar-free gum is just no good for my gut. And being the Scorpio that I am, I chew and I chew and I chew like a mad woman. We're very obsessive. Yes, Scorpios, we're obsessive. And so that would be a behavior that is problematic for me. Maybe you start and you don't finish. So write that down. And then what you do is you write down what is the limiting belief under that behavior, because what ends up happening is when we have limiting beliefs, then these limiting beliefs, and a lot of times they are what our inner girl picked up or our inner boy picked up, they slow us down. We are operating, there are programs. It's just like your computer is programmed. It has, all kinds of software running to make it operate optimally. Well, what is that movie? I remember it some days and some days I don't, but Inside Out. Thank you, Spirit. Inside Out. you could see the little balls of emotion. And it might be an emotion, but it's these little balls of emotion and beliefs that we adopted, and they're stuck in us and they're running the show. And typically, the behavior is not really the problem, it's the belief that's behind the behavior. And ultimately, and I will be getting to this as I progress through my NLP training, it's ultimately related to our identity. You change your identity, you cannot do certain behaviors. And so maybe a limiting belief for me is, I can't go a long time without eating. I used to think that, you come up in this society and they're like, eat 5 times a day, 5 meals a day, because, you got to work on the blood sugar. And that just doesn't work for me. But there may be something in me. And I'll tell y'all, actually, now that I think about it, when my older brother, when you have an older brother, they eat so much once they become teenagers. And so, cereal is a commodity when you're a kid. That's like gold, right? My older brother would just eat and eat and eat. And so I just would go in and eat sometimes when I wasn't hungry, just because I was like, I just want to get some cereal. I just want to taste it because he's going to eat it all. Y'all know he didn't eat the cornflakes. Y'all know he didn't eat the cornflakes. Okay, so do you have that down? Let's see here. Okay, procrastination. Nice. Fear of success. My God, I can so relate to that. I've been working on that for a couple of years. Hey, welcome, welcome. Yeah, that is a good one. Felt as though I wasn't good enough and didn't deserve success. So many of us, so many of us. This is another good one that a lot of people can relate to. Overstretching myself with work. The underlying belief is superwoman, that I must do it all by myself because no one else can help. Nice, nice. Okay, y'all are getting it. Y'all are getting it. So let's go to the next one. What is the source of that belief? What is the source of that belief? For me, going back to what the one guy has said about fear of success, I know for a fact that stems from that self curse I put on myself at 10. And so I've had to really go back and revisit. That's something that I'm realizing, goddesses, that we have to have a daily practice to make sure we just keep addressing whatever comes up. This is one of the reasons I love Ho'oponopono. This has become a default thing that I do now. Ho'oponopono. Typically, I invoke the energies, the great Hawaiian spirits that have given us this technology called Ho'oponopono. And then I just will begin to clean every thought that I have. So let's say I'm thinking about my 10-year-old girl and I remember the stress of the moms being like, why don't you be like Tyra? And then the girls coming to me being like, I can't stand you, you're just so goody goody and everyone thinks you're so goody goody. And I don't even remember what they were saying. I just remember being like, I am so stressed and I wish the moms would not talk about me, all that kind of good stuff. I'm that girl where the moms were like, you can't hang with nobody but Tyra. If Tyra goes, you can go. If Tyra isn't going to be there, you can't go. Because they were like, we trust Tyra to do the right thing. But that turned out to be like one of the worst things that that I can experience. Now, a lot of girls appreciated me, but the ones that chewed me out for it, wow. And so now I have to go to that 10-year-old girl and say, baby, you got to reverse this curse. This is not okay. It's like I go back and visit. So that's something I encourage you to do. Go back to that moment where you assume this limiting belief and say, okay, I know that happened. I know that you did that because it will help you to cope during that time. But baby, I'm 50. I can't have that right now. Or whatever your age is. It's not working right now. Okay. Baby, this is what I'm telling my 10-year-old self. I'm getting closer to the grave than I am to the cradle. Okay. So I need you to release that. It's all good. We're good. I'm around women that we're about supporting one another and loving one another. So we can let that go. All right. So, what is the source of that belief? Now, before I look at comments, I want to put this one up because I really want y'all to chew on this one. This one right here. Mm-mm-mm. It really makes you like, okay, what are the beliefs the benefits of holding on to that belief? So if we have to be honest with ourselves, some of us holding on to it because this is our safety zone. Maybe my 10-year-old girl was like, well, I'm safe here. And it did sort of allay a little bit of it. I never stood out when I was at Spelman College, one of the creme de la creme universities for women, or colleges, I should say, for women. Never stood out. I never stood out. Never. I did well while I was there, but I never stood out. Never really pushed myself to do anything extra special. And yeah. And so that kept me safe. Because even at Spelman, oh my God, I dealt with some people that I love my Spelman sisters, but some of them, they were hard on me, calling me goody goody. It's just something I've dealt with. It just, oh God. Anywho, but as time progressed, I wanted to succeed, but I didn't realize I really feel sort of safe in mediocrity, because then I know for a fact nobody's going to talk about me. Nobody's going to be like, who you think you are to shine, And even in this world of social media, sometimes I find myself like, I really don't want to be on there just like constantly posting like what's good. It seems so fake. Well, maybe I've put myself in this position because I don't want to shine. I don't want to shine. I don't want to shine. But guess what's happening when I don't shine? I feel miserable. So, but the benefits of holding on to the belief. Let's be honest, y'all. Okay, look, the comments blew up. The comments blew up after that. Okay, let's see here. Let me go back. Okay. So, fear of not being taken seriously. That's a good one. Fear of failure, not getting started because something may go wrong. Fear of failure is something that so many people experience. Yes. Something may go wrong. Too much pressure, being the good kid. Yes. That is me. Too much pressure, being the good kid. And when my older son would experience haters for no reason, I would just say, don't worry about it, baby. Just keep shining. All right. Because I knew, don't do that. Don't hide your light. Expressing myself as a child and not being validated, okay, by anyone ever took me to that negative state of being. Wow. Yes. Well, I tell you, I love you, Jars of Life. You are amazing. Amazing. Yes, Amber. Shadow work. Oh, wow. Here's a good one. Always being compared, even when you're on the good side of the comparison, just sucks. It makes you know what? I heard someone mention this. Too much, like, oh, you're so good. You're so good. Yes, it makes you self-conscious and it becomes too much pressure. Wonderful. Nice, Jars of Life. Validate your own self. You know what, Diza? I love this. I've stopped trying to pretend to be mediocre to have friends. Please, y'all are my tribe. Y'all are my circle. Oh my gosh. Nice. Tiffany can relate. Okay, so Shakira says her limiting belief, and I think you said the Superwoman is it keeps me comfortable and safe. Maybe that was Mama Earth who said that. Having to live up to expectations of being the best, the most intelligent, no benefits of holding on to this whatsoever. But ask yourself, why do you hold on to it? Because if you look at why you hold on to it, then you'll be like, oh, okay, well, now I can see a different path I need to take. Y'all got me buzzing over here. Okay, what did Laura say? Always being compared to my friends and one relative. Never understood why I was afraid of being in the front. Yeah, you're a Leo. Leos come here to shine. Leos come here to shine. Okay, so y'all ready for the next one? Here's a good one. I love this question. What are the consequences of holding on to that belief? What are the consequences of holding on to the belief? And so many of y'all have already expressed this. It really doesn't get us where we think it's going to get us. It's like, well, if I will always be safe if I don't shine, because a lot of us are saying we are supposed to shine, but it's like too much pressure, or there was no support in the past. There was no one that ever told me I shined in any way, or we're compared to other people, and it just creates doubt, right? About, do I really shine? And so really is, me and my friends, when we used to watch Dr. Phil back in the day, he would say, how's that working for you? That's what I say to myself. How's it working for you being mediocre? Oh, actually, it's not. Because at the end of the day, I am no mediocre person. I am of excellence. Even when I don't shine, I still am excellent, because that's a core value that I have. And so I was like, well, being mediocre and being afraid of shining, it just really keeps me from going full out. I don't do more. It's like I can't take my life to the next level. That's really the consequence. And I'm thinking, am I okay with that? No, none of us are. None of us are. So think about that limiting belief and ask yourself, is this the ultimate truth? Is this the ultimate truth? What are examples of falsehood behind this belief? And I really want to see what answers y'all are going to put up here. Let's see here. We need to get more in the North Node and not being comfortable. Yes. I've been saying, Amber, be comfortable being uncomfortable. It's the only way. I remember when I first started on my spiritual journey, I heard Deepak Chopra say that the known is pretty much death. Life is in the unknown. I've always remembered that. And I've always said that's, to a certain degree, I integrated it into my consciousness. And it's what made me say, you know what? This is what I'm going to pursue. I'm going to pursue the unknown, because that's where life is. And it seems like every time I go into the unknown, this is how I've been able to initiate, not even fully knowing what initiation is, especially with the Sacred Feminine Mysteries. And my sister Regina will know that. We didn't really know what we were getting into when we initiated. Who even has heard of this thing, right? And but I was like, you know what? Typically, I know when I go into the unknown, I say Geronimo. I just jump. And you know how they talk about either a net will appear or you'll sprout wings? That's just how I live now, and I find that it just gets me further down the path. So this is something that we want to be thinking of. Is this the ultimate truth? And all of us know it's not. Oh my gosh, I love that, Janae. I'm working to live unapologetically. How do we do this? Yes. It's all rooted in fear. I want to go back to this North Node comment. This time is all about change and raising your vibration and getting rid of the limiting beliefs. Abundance is on the other side, Ashe. Let your light shine because you owe it to the world. Regina, something that one of my teachers or a few of my teachers have said is, when you don't let your light shine, you're actually being selfish. That hurt my feelings. I was like, dang, I'm being selfish. They're like, it's people out there that need your help, and you're so scared to shine and put yourself out there. That is selfish. That's really being selfish, because people need you. They need what you have to offer. And I was like, I'm not going to be selfish anymore. I have a core value of being giving. So being selfish with my gifts, no way. Okay. Yes. Y'all check out Amber's comments. I love that. It's all rooted in fear. Ask what you're afraid of and why. Once you keep asking why, to yourself. You find out you are afraid of nothing and let it go. That is how it has worked for me. I would love that. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we got to let that one go. Many are called, few have chosen, when I said I wanted to go that way. Wow. What did the Yala used to say? Many are called, but many choose not to go. Y'all love Yala. That she was my first godmother. I never met her, don't know her, whatever. But I started off reading her books. What she said, I'm giving this to you, Queen Diza. What she said is, many are called, but few choose to go. Hey, Goddess Paula, I'm glad that you're here. Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next one. What is the actual truth as it relates to the falsehood that you just identified? What is the actual truth? So many of us have said that, we know it's not true that we are not gifted and talented. We know it's not true that, we can't be successful. And, it's too many examples out there. For instance, for Diza, who's a songwriter and she's writing a book, it's too many people that's written songs and books and written books. Or, for those who want a business, it's too many people that have launched businesses and did it in spite of being fearful, that show, well, you know what, is definitely doable if I just make the choice. We have so many examples of, why whatever we are believing is actually false, right? And that the truth is, it's a ton of people out there writing books, that we live in an infinite universe. We have infinite creativity that flows through us, and we are able to create whatever we want. It goes back to that fifth house. The fifth house is the house of creativity. It's our giftedness, right? We have an limitless, eternal wellspring. It's just like saying, well, the great divine consciousness, it's limited. You get a little bit, I get a little bit. No, we all know it's infinite abundance, infinite creativity. And it flows through us as much as we allow it or don't allow it. Okay. So the actual truth as it relates to the falsehood is, many have done fill in the blank. And a lot of times I think about these stories where you hear people have overcome. A lot of times I think about these women that were in Africa. I think they were in the Congo. And this pastor had hid them in the bathroom of his home. This was a little bathroom, y'all. This ain't the bathroom that we're going to find at the grocery store, right? They were in this bathroom, and these men were coming looking to, rape the women. And it was probably 4 or 5 women in this bathroom. And they lived there for months. I want to say it wasn't a few weeks. They would drink out the toilet, and he pretty much would have to put like a something in front of the door, so that when people would come in looking to see if there were any women there, that they wouldn't even see the door. I don't even remember how they got fed, but these women lived to tell the story. I know that's a little traumatic, but when I think, wait a minute, these women lived to tell the story, and they didn't come out even bitter. They came out grateful. I can get this done. If they can do that, I can do what I have been called to do, in spite of the little self curse I put on myself at 10. I'm like, nah, boo, we. And I just remember, y'all, when you feel that stress, when you feel that pain, you can just take your hands, put them on your heart, and just say, you know what, little princess, I'm here to take care of you. Your job in my life is to let me imagine and believe in magic and remember exactly why I came here. Because you little princess, you were just so pure, and you're believing. I don't care if your princess is wounded. Every child has they come in here with the belief. Now, some people, I cannot believe any of y'all are on this live stream. I believe everybody on this live stream has a memory as a child where you were like, you know what, I do go out. I went outside and I got on the swing, and it was just a pure moment of consciousness. We're not psychopaths here. And so um, we can tell that to our little girl. You remember when we did fill in the blank? It was just so fun. And I want you to feel the energy of your inner girl go into your womb, okay? And infuse your womb with that pureness, that innocence, that belief in magic, because our wombs have magic and they have mystery. This is where our power center is for the women. And so when you feel that good vibration from your inner girl, you can feel that energy go straight into your womb, and it'll supercharge you, right? It will tap the power within you so that you're able to move forward on your dreams and your destinies, on your goals. And so what we want to do now is, what new thought based on the actual truth that you chose to believe instead, and begin to write and create a new story and reality from there. Ashe. Oh. Write a new thought based on the actual truth that you choose to believe. That you choose to believe instead. And begin to create a new story and reality from there. And I want to know, what is your new thought, your new belief? So for me, it would be, for my little girl, I came here to shine, boo. I came here to shine. I came here to be excellent. I came here to channel my gifts and my talents. And the more I shine and share my gifts, the more perhaps other women folk will do the same. Yes. Let's see here. I love it. I love it. Yes. Nice jars of life. I love this. Yes, Iyanla, she is the bomb. I love Iyanla. I don't even watch her show now. I don't watch TV or shows like that. I'm such a nerd. I'm constantly watching something that's sort of like where you can learn something, but she has imprinted me. But yeah, I forgot she said that. Many are called, but few choose to answer. Yes, you're welcome, Amber. Okay, what did Mama Earth say? Mama Earth said, I have achieved more than I can ever imagine, but I feel it's time to step into another stage exactly of my spiritual journey, and that is more balanced and simpler. We are moving into that space. I am so with you. More connected to the divine feminine. Ashe. Ashe. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. The world can see me now and I still won't melt. Yes, Diza. Yes, Diza. See, one of the things that I sort of envision, I've been talking to Regina about this, is us, a lot of the work that I'll do. I remember in 2006, I said I want an online business. This is before it became big, right? Everyone's trying to do it now. 2006, that's when I set my goal to have an online business. So I love having an online business because I can connect with more people. But I do want to, from time to time, when it's not the pandemic, bring us together live. And we can have Diza sing and read from her book. We can have all the people that write poetry, do what they do, and all of the healers. Some of y'all into the herbs and stuff, do that. And those of us that are into astrology, we can share that. And just this whole healing piece. And look, maybe we can get Iyanla to come. Once we all blow up big enough, we can get Iyanla to come too. Okay, so for miscellaneous AB, new thought, I am enough. Ashe. And everything works out for my highest good. Ashe. No, it's not cliche. It is truth. So the question is, how do you start creating a new story from there? So you have to let that bump up against the old. Every time you do something that is where you're not shining or you're not striving to do whatever you're called to do, you have to say, you know what, I'm enough. And everything works for my highest and greatest good. And so the only thing that is in my destiny is success, because yours was being afraid of failure. The only thing in my destiny is success. That's the only thing. I only embrace success. I'm only moving in the direction of success. That's how I live. It's called having rules for living. And write it down, everybody. New thought. Okay, here we go. I am shining, gifted. Oh, I am a shining, gifted, creative light being. Exactly, Laura Marie. And so everything you do, whenever you bump up against something and it's like, no, don't shine, or you sure you can do that? Like, because your inner girl, your inner ego is going to be like, I want to keep you safe. So I'm not sure about this. You can just say, you know what? Put your hands here on your heart. You know, we are shining. We shine and we're gifted and we're highly creative. Okay. And we are a light being. So come on, girl, just ride with me. You know, you got to talk to yourself like that. Here's Amber's. New thought. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am divine love, abundance, and harmony. I love that. Yes, you and me both, Regina. I love you. 11 people, 11 likes, 11, 11. Here's another one from Amber. I am God's perfect power in action. I love that. I am God's perfect power. I am God's will. Can you imagine that? I am God's will. See yourself. I came here to channel this greatness. Mama Earth. My little girl had to become a woman long before she had to. I get that. I am free to reclaim my innocence, that joy as I let go. I am love and joy. And so, Mama Earth, I think you were the one. I got two of y'all mixed up. I think you're the one that talked about being a superwoman. And so what I would do is definitely, for so many women, we have problems with receiving, but I would definitely take time to hold my hands in a receptive position. And, maybe this could be a mudra for you where you're like, when someone says, can I help you? And force yourself to put your hands like this and say yes. And it's okay however they help you, because it's about a practice for you. You have to perhaps practice receiving assistance, practice receiving love and guidance. And after a while, it'll be so easy to receive. And you open yourself, the more you open yourself to reclaiming your innocence and love and joy, and you open yourself to receiving that from the world around you or from the goddess, however it looks, it just becomes a natural part of yourself. And then it opens up even more. It's like it taps something in you and it opens up even more. And, maybe going and playing with the little girls in your life. Like I have a friend, she has two daughters. I've always loved these little girls, or my nieces when they were little. I'd always just play with them. They're so innocent, right? And I look at them and I'm like, And I just let my inner girl just watch them. And she's like, oh, or when my sons were younger and we were homeschooling, young, we would go to the library and the librarian would have them up marching and singing a song. And a lot of times my sons were like, that is so lame. This is like 8, 9 years old. They're not even old, right? They were little kids, but they would think it was so goofy. I would walk in and march. Like I have taken homeschool and healed my little girl. And the other day I was thinking about actually something that was traumatic that happened one day when my family was supposed to go to Chuck E. Cheese. And I thought about how when my kids were young and we would go to Chuck E. Cheese, I would have to like tone myself down sometimes because I would be in there playing so freaking hard. This is part of how I have been able to heal my inner girl. So wonderful. Ashe. I don't, I love this, T, the creatress. I don't hustle, I align. You want me to tell you that's actually been something that I have been working on. I don't hustle, I align. Everything is divine time. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, yeah, everybody, that's what I want to share with you all this evening. I appreciate you all. I'm going to take this one down, put this one back here. I hope that this is like, some good vibes to take you into this weekend. And yeah, tomorrow we go into Virgo, and it's time to get this work done. And it's also time for us to, just really look at what's blocking us from allowing ourselves to flow 100%, truly, purely, authentically, as we are. Hey, honeybee. Okay. Before I go, I will answer Honeybee's question. I was wondering if you could give any wisdom on how and where to start on my spiritual journey. So many things resonate with me. I'm not sure where to begin. I will say I have come up with, and I really need to, if you go look at my Instagram grid, there is a post that I put on there, and it says, alignment. No, it says align. Awareness. I got it now. Sorry. Awareness, alignment, action. That is what I'm creating as 3 pillars. Once you get on the spiritual journey, these are the 3 elements that are pivotal and key for keeping yourself moving forward. I might see if I can pull it up, but awareness is the first one that I would focus on. What can you do to know the truth of who and what you are? How do you discover? And see, where I see people going wrong, honeybee, is they want to know what ritual to do in Ifa, or I don't know, just it's hard to explain, but people, I think they ask the wrong questions. Oh, here it is. I feel like they ask the wrong questions, and the question really is, who am I? And what do you do to know who you are? So the first step on this path to, it's the spiritual journey that all of us are sort of like, I'm not quite sure, is awareness. So let me show you what I have here. Application window. Let me see if y'all can see that. Yes. So as you can see, I have here, and that's one question, because so many people say they're stuck and they want to move into clarity of purpose. And so the first thing is awareness. You need to know who you are. What can you do to figure out the truth of who and what you are? That's what I would do. I would do anything that would help me to determine. And for me, it has been studying wisdom texts. It's been taking the time to journal. Like today, I don't know how long you've been on, but today we looked at limiting beliefs. And so taking that time to look at, what is it that you think about yourself, and is it true? And what's not true, let it go and replace it with the truth. Now, of course, you're like, well, what is the truth? Right. That's comes from, I always like to say from my Christian days, study to show that self-approve. You study yourself, you study wisdom texts. One of my favorite books to recommend to people who are new on the path is Spiritual Liberation by Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, because it's just so foundational for us modern day beings. So awareness. And then alignment is about, to a large extent, removing what shouldn't be there and allowing what is true to come forth, allowing the truth of who and what you are to come forth. And alignment a lot of times involves our spiritual practices. So that's the part where we do the ritual. But if the ritual isn't pointing towards awareness, guess what? Yeah. Uh, you just doing rituals, but you may not be going anywhere. And then the action is about, someone mentioned this, living life unapologetically. You start taking actions based on your purpose because you know who you are. And so this is what I have been working on to bring forth to everybody. I hope that that helps. Let me come back over here. So yeah, hope y'all like that. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go. We've been on for over an hour. Okay, good, Honeybee. I'm glad that helped. So I will say to you, Honeybee, that's part of what I'm gifted at, is the self-knowledge, self-realization, self-mastery piece. Divination, I love doing readings for people. So feel free to contact me to get a reading, or you can join my inner circle. So much of what I do in my inner circle is about awareness and alignment, so that people can take action that moves them forward in their lives. Because that's what most people want. They just want to feel on purpose and they want to be moving forward. They're tired of moving in circles or even back to a certain degree. So that's something I do believe in. Divination is a tool to help you to realize what you already know is true, but maybe you're not confident in it. But if I read your chart and I see something, because I don't know you, and I tell you so much about yourself because I've done this divination for you, then, you might just be like, you know what? I can't deny it. I've got to do this. This is what I was put here to do. So, yes. All right, y'all. So, we give thanks for all the energies that have been here with us this evening. We thank you for loving on us and protecting us and guiding us. And we release the energy of this circle. For those in the replay, blessings, blessings, blessings. For those who are here live, I appreciate you bringing your ashe, bringing your beauty, your wonder, your glory. And may we all have a wonderful weekend until we meet again next Friday. For those of you in my inner circle, I'll see you on Monday. Hey, y'all. Love y'all. Take care. Peace. And remember, may the oracle be your guiding light. Put your hands over your chest and love yourself. All right. Peace.